video, and today we are talking about how I am going to attack this 3-game slate for the college football season, week 0. This is just a general game theory video that I am making before I get the ownership projections, before I get player projections and build a lineup. I just want to talk about how we can attack a 3-game slate. I am a very, very aggressive showdown player, and I think that play style translates well to a 3-game slate because there is the high risk of duplication when you only have 6 teams. But I think the Superflex spot offers a very unique way of playing fantasy football. So, Fresno State and UCLA are the 2 biggest favorites. I think that is going to condense ownership a lot to these 2 teams. Fresno State is a 27-point favorite with a 63-point total. UCLA is a 17-point favorite in a 68-point total. So going off the totals and the spread, let's just assume that Fresno and UCLA are going to be the chalkiest teams on the slate. If this was an NFL slate, I would say ditch the chalky stack, play a lower owned, higher upside stack. But because of the Superflex spot, we can do both, which I don't think enough of the field is going to exploit. So let's say I want to play a UCLA stack. Because we're going under the assumption that UCLA is going to be one of the higher owned teams. Now with the Superflex spot, I could bring it back with a lower owned stack. Let's just say in this instance we're going with Nebraska. So now this lineup has a higher owned but higher probability stack with a contrarian stack with more boom bust, upside. So I have a high probability stack with a lower owned stack. Now I'm contrarian enough from the field despite playing one of the highest owned stacks on the slate. What you won't see me doing is like a Fresno stack. Let's just say it's this with a UCLA stack. Like this. Because now you won't see me make a lot of lineups like this, because if we're assuming that UCLA and Fresno are going to be the highest owned stacks, this doesn't give us enough leverage on the field. I feel like this lineup will have a higher probability of being duplicated more. So utilizing the Superflex to get a contrarian stack to go along with a chalk stack that has high probability of scoring a lot of points, I think this is a way we can exploit the field, because I don't think a lot of people will be double stacking. So utilizing the Superflex to get a contrarian stack along with a chalk stack can be a way we can get an edge on the field. Also, if you are playing the late game, use the Superflex and the flex spot because of late swap possibility. So let's say you put in Thompson and Phillips. You have them in the super flex and flex spot. And let's say your lineup isn't going quite the way you want, and you need to late swap. You can, having UCLA, if you're playing UCLA or Hawaii, having them in the super flex or flex spot gives you more flexibility to late swap to a lower owned player if you need to gain more edge on the field. So this is just my quick video on the 3-game turbo slate for week 0. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you on the next one.